Hi there, hope you're having a good day and welcome back to another video. Today we have yet another solid performance basketball shoe from Puma, the Court Rider 2.0. So if you're in North America, these are available on the Puma website now as we speak, and they retail for a price of $110 US or $130 Canadian. And I believe in some parts of Asia, they were available even earlier, not necessarily this colorway. And this one is actually a collab with Batman, and they came up with a series of sneakers using this same black and red color theme. It's a cool design with some details on there, which we'll get into soon, but I think the brighter colorways might honestly look better. Anyways, focusing on the shoes, let me tell you now that the way they felt on the court remind me of these two, the RS Dreamer and the Uproar. Hey, who remembers these? Very underrated shoe. This was like their second release after getting back into making performance basketball shoes. These just became my outdoor beaters. Very durable, actually. So I was pretty surprised that they came up with a 2.0 for these rather than any of the other models, because it seems like Puma just likes to make new models instead of continuing the line of like their previous shoes. So how does the Court Rider 2 perform and compare against other Puma hoop shoes? Let's get started. They come in this sort of like a special box with the Puma and Batman logo, color-wise just split in black and white. On a first look, this is yet another low-top hoop shoe from Puma, very low cut around the ankle and no visible or traditional Puma logo this time either. At first, I thought they felt a little heavy and stiff in hand, but that is actually not the case on feet. On the midsole for this one, they did a color fade from red to black. The outrigger part looks similar to the first version, and materials-wise, they used some synthetic leather on the mudguard surrounding the toe box. Other than that, pretty standard mesh, but in different textures. This one being a collab, there is a Batman tag on the tongue, and some more of that synthetic leather on the heels too. Looking at the outsole, the traction pattern is full of the Puma text on there, spread out evenly, and they have some waves on there too. Despite having a flat shape, this is certainly not a flat outsole. They should be good for indoors and outdoors. And coming back to the weight of these shoes, my size 10.5 pair is 460 grams. So judging by numbers only, they are definitely on the heavier side for low top. But on court, they felt just fine. I won't really feel like the weight is dragging you down or anything at all. As to how the Court Rider 2 performs, the cushioning is pretty good. I say pretty good because even though they're not the best cushioning setup among Puma hoop shoes, and the Rider foam is not the most responsive, I just don't see anyone of any playing style, position, or foot shape having any discomfort in this shoe. From my experience, they took basically no time to break in, very easy to put on, and the core feel is actually very low to the ground. The traction works well. It is not the squeaky type in the indoor gym. Like, I only heard a few squeaks doing very hard strikes on purpose. But like I said, no major issues with the grip on the floor. Also, in terms of traction, the outsole really doesn't pick up much dust, and the shape of the outrigger here that sticks out on the lateral side really helps to contain your feet while you're getting to a stop from a slide or cut. So that's a good thing. With the fit, these are true to size. I would consider them a wife-friendly shoe as well. As you can see, the base is pretty wide. And in general, impact protection for jumping and landing, I would say is average. But for lateral movements, you should be good to go for sure. One thing I really liked is the lacing system. Almost like a V shape with the last eyelid being very close to your ankle. You don't have to tie it to the end, and the laces can already wrap around your feet in a nice and secure way. If I was to rank them among other low tops from Puma, definitely not as good as the MB1 Lows and Clyde Out Pro. They would probably be in the same tier as the RS Dreamer and Uproar. But compared to those two, the Court Rider 2 is easier to break in. Puma has actually released a lot of low-top basketball shoes, if you think about it. So throwing these in there, it's just hard to say that the Court Rider 2 has anything that is really, really good to make them special. Like, if you're looking for a new low top from Puma, the TRC Blaze Court, for example, a very recent release, is at least something different because they're much lighter than most other Puma hoop shoes. So that's it for this quick video on the Puma Court Rider 2.0. Hopefully I got to most of the things you want to know in a timely manner. As usual, please feel free to share any thoughts you have on them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.